Hello and welcome to the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Shelley Whitehead. Thank you so much for joining us. We want to thank those people who've made this opportunity possible. These are our sponsors, the people who've stepped up and said, hey, we like what you're doing. So we'd like to thank them now. We start with our premier supporters. They are the City of Owatonna, Express Employment Professionals, and Owatonna Public Utilities. Also a big thank you to our primary supporters. They are Amy Swain Hearing Centers, Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House and Clare Bridge, and Little Theater of Owatonna. And we wouldn't be here without our interlude supporters. They are Abraham Consulting Technologies, Bremer Bank, Brenna Bednar Mortgage Office, Glenn Meager and Tim Thomas of the Brick Meager Funeral Home and Medford Funeral Home, Carlson, Branstad and Company CPAs, ERA Gillespie Real Estate, Fairview Animal Medical Center, Horizon Eye Care Professionals, Owatonna Business Incubator, Owatonna Foundation, R&K Electric, Snap Fitness, Steele County Historical Society, Steele County Transitional Housing, the Third Hand Incorporated Video Productions, and TPS Insurance. Thank you to each and every one of those groups and individuals who've said, hey, we like what you're doing and we want to keep it on the air, and we'd like you to join us too. If you'd like to be a part of the Owatonna Today Show, all you've got to do is let us know at owatonnatoday@charter.net. You can also call Leanne at 390-5751 and she'll give you all the details on how you can make the Owatonna Today possible. Stick with us today. We're going to be talking with the Technical Academies of Minnesota about what's going on with that, so exciting, as well as Project Community Connect. It's a great opportunity to help those in our community. So stick with us. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Jody Voisin with the staff at Fairview Animal Medical Center, your other family doctor. Fairview Animal Medical Center is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
If clothing catches fire, stop, drop, and roll. If your clothes catch on fire, do not panic and run. This only fans the fire. Stop where you are, drop to the ground, and roll over and over to smother the flames. Cover your face with your hands to protect your eyes and your throat and lungs from the burns. This has been a safety tip from the Owatonna Fire Department.
Hi, my name is Dave Olson and I'm with R&K Electric, where we provide power to the people. We're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, welcome to the Owatonna Today Show. Really, you need to come and check this out. We're having way too much fun. I have in studio with me right now, I have Gina Shepherd. Hello.
Hi, Shelley.
Thank you so much for joining us. How was your holiday?
Oh, wonderful.
Put a microphone on.
Oh, do we have to put a microphone on it? Right here.
Okay.
Can you get it?
You're right.
This is one of the things I love about the Owatonna Today Show. You never know. Here, how was your holiday?
It was wonderful. Thank
Yes,
you. It's Friday.
It is Friday, yes. So we want to thank you so much for being here. And I know you were really busy before the holiday with the Red Kettle campaign.
We were, yes.
And do you have any idea how that went?
It went fantastic. We raised $79,319.36. Yes,
wow.
I know that.
Wow.
And we also did make our Brimmer match, which was another $15,000.
Okay.
So
well,
total
congratulations.
$94,000. Thank you.
Wow. What was your goal for this year?
We don't usually set a goal.
Okay.
We'd like to do what we did the year before. The year before, we raised $81,000.
Okay, it's just shy of that though, so
yes,
congratulations.
Yeah, we're absolutely just happy with the numbers.
Yeah, because again, all of it goes to help the community.
It does, right, absolutely.
Which leads us to this Project Community Connect. This is an opportunity that has been going on for, we were talking about 4 years now.
4 years, yes.
Explain the concept of this event to me.
It's pretty basic in itself. Basically, we're trying to combat homelessness in our community. And we have a one-day event where different community service people will come together and just help anybody who's in need or homeless.
Okay. And so when you say different organizations, about how many will be there?
We have over 30 different vendors that'll be there. You're looking at anybody from the county to myself from Salvation Army. We have people that'll do dental care. We have we have people that'll do haircuts down there. Clothesline will be down there, food shelf will be there, just a number of people.
You see vendors that it makes us feel like they're selling things, but
know,
they're really not, are they?
No, you know, there's nobody selling anything there. It's really everybody coming together to just help one cause.
And so this is an event for people who are either in transition or don't have a home. So explain to me kind of who you're looking, who your target is.
People who are like what you would think in your mind, homeless, people who are homeless, living on the street or in their car. But one specifically that I think people forget are the ones that we call couch hopping, the ones that don't have their own place to live and had to live with family members and are seeking ways to get back on their feet.
And so this is an opportunity to kind of give them maybe that push they need. Why do we do it this time of year? Do you have any idea what made them think that this would be a good opportunity? This is the time of year that these people need it most.
Yeah, a couple reasons. One, we do try to figure out how many people we have homeless this time of year, and this is a good way to find out. Most people are trying to get off the streets when it's cold. In the summer, it's a little bit harder to tell because people will, live in campgrounds, things like that. But right now, people really do need to get off the street, and we want to make sure that they're not living there.
So this is really well, of course, with the weather we're having,
Right,
yeah,
absolutely.
it's actually lethally cold for people, anybody who doesn't have a home. Even staying in a car, it's not necessarily going to protect you from the kind of weather we're having.
Right.
So when somebody comes to the event, what will happen? What will be their experience?
They will walk in, they will be greeted, we'll give them some, just some basic hygiene stuff, find out what they need, just do a quick assessment, feed them lunch, and then they can go around to the different tables and just, talk to whoever they want to talk to.
It can be overwhelming. How would somebody kind of decide what services they need? How do they kind of, work through that whole process?
They will be given a guide, a piece of paper that'll tell them exactly who's at what table, and they can just kind of navigate themselves around the place to just have a conversation with whoever's sitting at the table. A lot of times people sitting with different organizations will just have little trinkets and things like that for them, just so they can come over and grab something and say hello and ask whatever questions they would like or need.
If you know somebody, maybe somebody's watching today, or they know someone who maybe would be perfect for this, what kind of information do they need to bring with them to be prepared to kind of get the best they can out of this experience?
Number one, bring themselves. Even if you don't know what to bring, and sometimes that can be really difficult because you don't know. And a lot of people, who are homeless don't even have an ID. But, when you go to a place like this, we help you figure out how to even do simple things like that.
So you talked a little bit, there actually will be some dental care available, so people can come, and if they've been having issues, that depends on what it is, but maybe some simple dental care will be available.
Dental care will be available. If you need a cell phone, there's cell phones, somebody to talk to about that. How about U-Care? Lots of people don't really understand that and still don't have insurance, and there's going to be somebody there to help them with that. Housing, when you're homeless, that's a huge issue, and there's going to be several people there to help you figure out how can we get you into your own homes.
One of the things that I think might maybe deter someone from coming to an event like this is maybe they feel like they will be pandered to or maybe talked down to. What do you do as organizations to make sure that they do get the full dignity that they deserve, even in their situation? They're still human, and a lot of times it was uncontrollable. So how can what do you guys do as communities to try and make sure that they do feel that they're as respected as they should be?
I think as a whole in this community that people, the service providers here really understand where they're coming from. And it is a really humbling experience to have to walk in and ask for help for anybody. And so we always have that understanding in mind and just go with a non-judgmental attitude and just come talk to us and we're here for you.
When is the event itself?
The event will be January 22nd. Starts at 11 in the morning, goes till 2 in the afternoon. We will feed you, so come for lunch.
And so if somebody's watching today who maybe isn't in that situation, but they would like to help, how can they do that? How can they still be a part of giving back to the homeless community?
We always look for volunteers. As you know, this is a volunteer thing for everybody that's showing up. So you can always call me and we can find a spot for you. Just come on down and help us maybe serve some meals.
Yeah, because you did mention lunch. What kind of lunch will you be, in the past, what kind of lunch have you had for them?
We've had spaghetti dinner with a salad and, rolls and pretty big meal. We just want to fill you up.
Yeah, yeah, that one opportunity. How many people did you have last year?
We had over 100 people last year. The first year we did it, we just had a handful. And word's getting out there that we're here and people are starting to show up.
Does this have to be, if somebody is, usually people who are homeless are very transitory, does it have to be from the Steele County area, or who are you looking for to service?
We're primarily looking for people here in Steele County.
Okay.
A lot of different communities do the exact same event, maybe a little bit at a different time of the year, but it is available quite a few different places throughout Minnesota.
If someone is maybe transitory, can they come to the event and maybe get some touchstone places to figure out where they can go in their community?
Oh, absolutely. You know, we would never turn anybody away.
Yeah, and I think that's what's really important is for people to understand that while you may not feel like you qualify, come find out, talk to people, because this is even though you may not be living in your car, you may be more, going for, like you said, couch hopping. This is an opportunity to maybe find employment too, because you talked about there's some employment opportunities.
Absolutely. And it's not, our goal is to get people off the streets, but there are people who still are in need that maybe do have shelters and they do have homes, but they're being threatened by evictions because they don't have a job. And those are the people we want to see too, because prevention is key.
Right. Well, and that's just it. What we were talking about earlier, there is a safety net here.
Yes.
You also just want to kind of do preventative work as well. And so the employment, I was just talking to someone who said that the Owatonna employment rate is 2%. And so there are jobs out there.
There are jobs out there. It's just finding that connection to get you there.
Yeah, and making sure you have maybe the skills. Will there be opportunities for skill development there as well?
There's going to be opportunities to talk to people about skills development.
Okay.
The Workforce Center is going to be there, and I know that they hold classes and things like that. So there's somebody for everyone.
Yeah. When I was thinking, I don't know why, but in my mind, when I think somebody homeless, oftentimes in our area, I think maybe younger families, but like you were saying, there could be some older people who are maybe going through some financial times.
There is.
And they really do need to come and get their help because they cannot stay out of the cold like this.
You're right.
Yeah.
That's the one thing for me personally that I always keep in the back of my mind that I struggle with is for people who are seniors or elderly people, they should never go cold. They should never go without a home, and we need to take care of them.
Yeah, they took care of so many other people in their
They did.
lifetime.
It's time.
Yeah. So again, what number can they call if they want more information?
They can call me 507-455-1444.
And you work out of the Salvation Army.
I do.
So if they,
yes.
and then that's a great place also to come if you need any help.
Yes, stop by.
Yeah. So, and this is on the
22nd.
Okay.
From 11 to 2.
So if you need that help or if you want to be of help, contact her and she'll be glad to help you out. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. We'll be right back. Please stay with us.
Hi, my name is Dave Efforts with TPS Insurance. We're here to handle all your insurance needs. We are a very proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
I didn't just want another job, I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
I was new to town and I didn't know where to turn for a job, so I decided to express myself.
I decided to express myself, and they helped find the right career for me.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
Hi, this is Doug Johnson at the Owatonna Business Incubator, a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show. We'd like to welcome you to the incubator. If you're a small business, whether you're existing or a startup, we can help you with office space, manufacturing or warehouse, and free confidential counseling.
Welcome to Bremer Bank. I am Jason Iberg.
And I am Shannon Pedersen.
Bremer is a full financial services bank.
We invite you to stop by Bremer Bank and experience the Bremer difference.
You are always welcome at Bremer.
Hello, I'm David Einhaus with the Owatonna Foundation. Thank you to all of our donors who have helped make Owatonna a better place to live. Will you join us today with a financial gift? Owatonna Foundation is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
And we're back with the Owatonna Today Show. In studio right now is Christy Tryhus. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Thank you so much for joining us. We've had you on the show for other things, but I'm so excited about what we're going to talk about today.
Yes.
Because there's a new opportunity for students in Owatonna.
Yes, absolutely.
But first of all, let's introduce yourself for me, would you?
Well, I'm Christy Tryhus, and I am working with the Technical Academies of Minnesota to bring the new Technical Academy of Owatonna here in fall of 2015.
Yeah, this is something that we've been working on for about a year.
Yes.
It's going to be on the new Pillsbury, Pillsbury's not new. It's not going to be on the campus.
Correct.
But they are going to be some great new facilities that they're using there, and they're renting the top part of the Pillsbury campus?
Yes, they're renting the second floor of the Pillsbury, the triangular building
Pillsbury
on the
Hall.
corner there. Yes, so they'll be renting the second floor there, and it's going to be renovated, and it's going to be a fantastic place for learning.
Let's talk about this. This is a charter school.
Correct.
What does that mean, charter school?
Well, a charter school is, and we're kind of calling it a technical academy, but it is a charter school.
Okay.
And what it does is it has a focus. And the focus of this school will be for 7th through 12th graders, and it will really be for hands-on, project-based experiential learning. So it's for kids who really learn by doing. And it's going to help them to become ready for careers or ready for post-secondary. And it's really going to help them to identify their passions and what area they want to work on, and really to set them up for success for later years in their life.
Because the school itself isn't focusing, let's just say, on cars, on auto industry. What they're doing is kind of, we talked about them a little earlier, is they're creating projects that the kids have to work through, and that's going to be what their day looks like. That's
Correct.
Their school day. So how does that work?
Well, we have got a computer system that they'll be using called Project Foundry, and what it does is Project Foundry works with the grad standards that the state, X amount of math, X amount of English, things like that, and the kids will input a project, and it will help them to determine which school credits they are fulfilling. And what it allows them to do is, if they're interested in astronomy, or if they're interested in welding or engineering or being a machinist, it will help them to explore that and do a project around it and go, this is really what I want to do. And then it will open doors and opportunities through mentorships and internships, because we're creating a strong partnership between the businesses in the area.
So on top of the project base, which do the teachers, if the student doesn't really know, will there be teachers there to kind of guide them to those projects as well?
Yes, absolutely. They're going to have teachers. They call them advisors. And sometimes they will work with the same advisor all the way from 7th through 12th grade. Sometimes they'll switch. It kind of depends upon the connection there. And the advisor helps to guide them and steer them. And they actually have meetings where they will sit down with them and help them through setting goals and breaking those goals down into action to really accomplish the project, and if it needs tweaking a little bit or they need some guidance to help to steer them. So there's always somebody available for them. They actually have about 15 students to one teacher or advisor.
Well, and what's interesting is that you mentioned that this is a specialized school. They have a focus.
Yes.
So does that mean that not all students might work the best in this kind of environment?
That's a great question. This learning environment is for kids that really excel in that hands-on project-based learning and really get in there and do things. It's very similar to like the E-STEM that is at McKinley School and then through 7th and 8th grade. And it really allows kids to just explore and learn by doing. So it really addresses that learning style.
So if your student maybe is more successful than a traditional, this one might not necessarily be the best skill set or the best learning environment for them.
It may or may not. They certainly could. A good reason would be to show up. We have some informational sessions coming up, and they could come and ask those questions. If you think your child might excel in this area, come and we'll kind of talk through it and let you explore it. There's some videos that they can watch and go, this looks like a good fit. But it won't work for all kids.
Right.
It'll work for some kids.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what's interesting is don't come to school just because it's the new school.
No.
Come because it actually will be the best benefit for your child.
Exactly.
And you were mentioning how you were kind of thinking that this learning style might have been the best for one of your children, and that's how you ended up here.
Yes.
Because this isn't your real gig.
No, it's not. So, yeah, I have an 8th grader, Alex, and I was actually on the Technical Academy's website and getting him on the waiting list
for a school
for the school coming up in 2015, because I wanted more information about
here in Owatonna
for the Technical Academy opening up, because I wanted to make sure that he had this opportunity when it became available. And so I was looking around the website and was so excited about what they had to offer that I actually started working with the team to bring that to fruition here, because it's just a great opportunity for kids in the surrounding area. It's not just for Owatonna kids, it's for kids in Medford, Faribault, Waseca, Dodge Center, and it's for 7th through 12th graders is what it's for.
Well, this sounds like a very expensive school for kids to go to, because all these projects and the work and...
Good question. It's actually a tuition-free school. It's a public school. And it's one of 4 charter schools that will be opening up. And the first one opened up in Wilmer, Minnesota, just this past fall. And they're doing fantastic. They have about 120 students. And on their Facebook page, they're always posting their projects that the kids are working on. It's fun to watch. And so it is tuition free, so no need to worry about that. That's actually a common question that I get. How much is this going to cost? And it's not.
And because it's a charter school, you don't have to worry so much about school districts. So if you do live in Waseca, you don't have to worry about being not in the Owatonna School District.
Correct. It is open enrollment. It actually is a school district. The Technical Academies of Minnesota is a school district that will have 4 charter schools under it, or 4 technical academies. The first one was in Wilmer. The second one will be in Owatonna. And then the next fall, there'll be 2 additional that will be opening up.
So this is a really great opportunity to kind of get in the ground floor of something like this. So where are we with the school? I mean, 2015 is when we're hoping
Correct.
So what are the next steps for the Academy?
The next steps are we're really focusing in, we just kind of opened up the enrollment link on our website, which is technicalacademies.org, and you can just scroll down and you'll see the Enroll Me link, and that is where you can enroll students. It is open to 150 students, and when that fills up, it will go into a lottery system. So we've already got great sign up, so you can go ahead and sign up there now. If you have more questions about that, on January 26th and February 3rd at 6:30, we will have informational meetings at the Owatonna Public Library in the Gainey Center, or the Gainey Room.
Okay, and then how will that be a little bit more different than what we're doing today?
You'll get to ask questions, and you will actually see some video, and you'll see some more information about the school, so you can really understand what is hands-on project-based learning and see some of the kids in action and really understand that. And then you can ask any questions that you have, and if you want, you can actually sign up that night.
Okay, good. So then, again, at no cost.
At no cost, yes.
This is really important. One of the things when we had the opportunity to go see the facility several months ago, and it was a blank slate. So where are they in that process of creating the school that they want to have?
They are going to be very soon starting to renovate the space. It's still a big open area. And actually one of the things that's nice about the schools is it is an open space, and the kids all have their own desks. Because I went and visited a couple of the facilities, and the kids have their own workstation with all their needs that they have there, their computer, their pencils, everything. And so it will be that open air area with the advisor kind of sitting in pods to go to the students. So that's kind of what we're working on.
You mentioned some of the projects. Can you give us a specific idea, maybe when you went and visited the other one? Can you give me a specific idea of a project that one of the students did and kind of maybe how they gained from that?
Sure. There was one student, and he was really fun to visit with. He was all excited about this project because he had just finished it, and he was showing it to me. And he needed to work on his chemistry. And he didn't really like chemistry, but it's part of the standards that you have to meet. And so he took the chemistry periodic table, and he really likes the game Minecraft, which a lot of kids love right now.
Right.
And he laid Minecraft over the top of the periodic table, and so he was learning his periodic table by playing Minecraft. And he was so excited to show it to me. And and one thing that really stood out is these kids are proud of their work, and they are just passionate about it, excited, and they're so willing to share.
And is your son excited about this new opportunity?
He is. Yeah. He is. He really flourishes in this area, and he just loves to learn this way.
So we're really fortunate because, as you said, it's pretty open enrollment. We will have hopefully students from around the community. We're fortunate that we have it right here in Owatonna.
Absolutely.
So if people are interested, they maybe have a grandchild or a child, and they want to know information. Again, what is that website?
It is technicalacademies.org.
And once the school happens, what kind of school day will they have? What is their school day going to look like?
It's the traditional school hours. So 8 to 2:30 or 3, similar to like the public schools in Owatonna are. And their day, they show up and they log into their Project Foundry, and then they start working through their day.
Is there going to be lunch made available?
Yes.
At the Pillsbury campus,
yes,
there'll be
have
lunch
lunch.
there too. And they'll have busing and everything else that any other public school would need. It's going to have that too.
They will have transportation. They'll have lunches, everything like that. So
you mentioned your son. What do you see this school doing as giving him? What benefits will he have having gone to this type of school, the Academy?
One of the benefits that I see is that it will allow him to discover his area of strengths and what career he wants to be and what he wants to be when he grows up. And it will allow him to get the proper education post-secondary to excel in that area in life. And it will really teach them life skills that are needed. That inquisitive problem solving, identifying, okay, here's the problem, how are we going to solve it? And I think that's so important for kids.
And that's on a daily basis. It's not just a one-time project thing. It's every day. That's what he's going to do when he walks in. That's a great skill set to have.
Yeah. And they have a lot of involvement with the community as well. I mean, there's going to be a lot of partnerships with mentors and interns and things along that line as well.
Good. Well, thank you for your time today.
Oh, thank
and your
you.
passion.
Oh, thank you.
We appreciate it. We'll be right back. We've got a few community service announcements right after this. Stay with us.
Hi, Warren Abraham, Abraham Consulting Technologies, your one-stop technology shop. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress.
Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you.
Owatonna Public Utilities.
And it's time for a look at some of your community service announcements. The Dodge, Steele, and Waseca counties have transferred their human service operations to a new public agency formed by the three counties called the Minnesota Prairie County and Alliance. Jane Hardwick, the executive director, says that the transition should be fairly seamless and that their clients and communities initially was steady and continuous improvement in customer service. So they're really excited about this bringing together of these three organizations through these three counties and really getting better customer service. If you do have more questions, contact the Minnesota Prairie County Alliance. You can do that at 507-635-6176 and contact them with your questions. They'll be glad to answer anything you might have that might affect you and your family. It's a sledding and movie party coming up Monday, January 19th. Celebrate a day off school with sledding and a movie. Grab your sleds and join them Monday, January 19th at the West Hills for sledding from 1 to 3. Then at 3 o'clock, you can warm up in the multipurpose room at the Senior Place with free hot chocolate and watch the movie Snow Buddies. Some concessions will be available for purchase, and if you're 7 or under, you need to bring a parent or somebody who's an adult with you in order to do that. Again, it's a great sledding and movie party coming up Monday, January 19th. And we do want to remind you that Riverbend Nature Center will be hosting the Minnesota Master Naturalist course on big woods and big rivers. The class will encompass hands-on learning and lots of outdoor activities. Minnesota Master Naturalist volunteers complete a 40-hour hands-on course with expert instructors and fellow learners studying natural history, environmental interpretation, and conservation stewardship. Final certification comes with the completion of 40 hours of volunteer service. The Minnesota Master Naturalist classes will be held Tuesday and Thursdays from 3:30 to 6 o'clock from January 27th through March 5th. There'll also be 2 field trips. The cost for the course is $275, but that includes in materials, and scholarships are available. If you'd like more information about this master class, contact 507-332-7151. And it's a darn near full moon festival. This is coming up for the Park of Recs. It's Saturday, February 7th. There's going to be a hot dog roasting that will take place over a bonfire on the softball field, followed by a book trail on the path. And you can rent skis or snowshoes, and you'll enjoy the book, The Mitten, as you make your way down the trail. So you can check that out at the Park and Rec website. Thanks so much for joining us right here on the Owatonna Today Show. We'll be back next week when we get an update with Owatonna Public Utilities, as well as some very cute and furry friends. So we'll see you then. Have a great weekend.